Assiniboia Downs is pleased to present our co-featured event here in race number 5. It's the 58th running of the RJ Spears. They're going to go 1 mile and a 16th for a purse of $25,000. Number 1 is Power Driven, owned by Al Johnson, trained by Gary Danielson, Praven Badri aboard. Number 2 is Medium LA, owned by John Gannis, trained by Stephen Gaskin with Adolfo Morales. Number 3 is Freestyler, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Rohan Singh. Number 4 is Anire, owned by Larry Henry, trained by Tom Gardaby Jr., Richard Mayers aboard. Number 5 is Galitzianer, owned and trained by Linda Cropius, Christopher Husbands aboard. Rounding out our coach featured event is number 6, Son of Eleanor, owned and trained by Guy Kling, Tyrone Nelson in the saddle. Following the running of the RJ Spears, Bob Gates. They're at the post and they're off in the 58th running of the RJ Spears. From the inside, Medium Melee away very well, so is Freestyler. In the middle, 3 wide, Son of Eleanor. Looks to be coming off of it today. And then settled back in 4th is Anire on the rail, Galitzianer. And your early trailer will be Power Driven. Freestyler cuts the opening quarter in a very quick 22-4. Son of Eleanor on the outside, pressing the pace. Settled back in 3rd, 2.5 lengths off it. That's Medium Melee. And then it's Anire in a rail-hugging effort. And then back to Galitzianer and Power Driven, who is the trailer, the half, a sizzling 47-4 with Freestyler on the inside. Son of Eleanor still right there. Medium LA starting to make a bid, 3 wide in 3rd. Back to Anire on the rail, Galitzianer and Power Driven. Freestyler now loses the lead as Medium LA storms on by. 3/4, 112-3. Freestyler back to 2nd. Galitzianer making a move in 3rd. They hit the head of the lane. Medium LA with the lead. Trying to battle back on the inside is Freestyler. These two at the 16th pole, but Medium Melee is gonna take the RJ Spears. 2nd to Freestyler, 3rd to Galitzianer, and 4th to Power Driven. Now entering the winner's enclosure is the official winner of the 58th running of the RJ Spears. That's number 2, Medium LA. Medium LA is a dark bay or brown gelding, 4 years old, by Mass Media. Out of the mare Motel Nurse by Bates Motel. Owned by John Gannis, trained by Stephen Gaskin, and ridden to victory by Adolfo Morales. Time for the mile and a 16th, 1:45-3. Assiniboia Downs is pleased to have on hand Bob Gates, our track historian, who is making a presentation to the winning connections. Back down to the winner's enclosure, ASD Paticos Rob McLennan has the winning connection of the RJ Spears. Rob, take it away.
Thanks, Kurt. We're down here with the winning connections of the 58th running of the RJ Spears Stakes. Adolfo Morales, Steve Gaskin, John Gannis with Medium Melee back in the winner's circle. The first time you've been on this horse in a while. You rode him last year. Just talk a little bit about what he's kind of changed into now you're getting back on him here as a 4-year-old.
Well, he grew up a lot. I mean, mentally and physically. the horse got a lot better. I mean, like you said, I rode him all the time last year. I was a 3-year-old. We won the first couple stakes, and then he got hurt before the Derby. So, but he was always a decent horse, always trying and always giving 100%. And today, I mean, I had a nice trip. I was inside, and those two went by me. I took a hold, and he kind of came back to me, and on the backside, I got him on the clear, and the rest of it, did you see it?
Yeah, it really turned out to work out well. He was always kind of a sit and stalk and pounce kind of horse. He's very, very versatile, really, which is always nice. And they went really fast in front of you. What did you kind of think going down the backside? Could you sense you, one, had a lot of horse, and two, it was pretty quick in front of you?
Yeah, I mean, they went a little fast, and I had a little bit of horse left, but I was just waiting on Power Driven. You know, I was worried about him. I know he was the one coming down the lane. He's a closer, but I mean, I had a ton of horse turning for home, so I kind of let him run a little bit, and he opened up, and he kept going.
It was one of those interesting moves where you make the big sweep around the turn, open up, and really nobody ended up really coming. And you probably felt like you had it really under control. Freestyler was really the only one coming back on. You felt you had kind of enough down the lane, obviously.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, I wasn't worried about Rohan on the lead. I was worried about Power Driven, but I never get to see him.
Congratulations, Adolfo. Anything else to add here?
Well, just say thank you to Johnny and Steven. They're doing a really good, awesome job with this horse. He grew up a lot, and I think he's going to be real tough next year, too.
Congratulations, Adolfo. We'll move on to Steve here, talk a little bit about Media Melee.
First, I would like to say thank you to John Gannis for giving me such a wonderful horse to train, and Adolfo for riding a beautiful race.
It really was a beautiful ride by Adolfo, getting back on him. Just tell me your thoughts kind of as they made the move, turn for home. What did you kind of think of that move?
Once he got to the lead at the just before the turn, I knew that he's going to give you his all the way home. So,
congratulations, Steve. We'll move on to John here. I know John has always believed in this horse. The horse you picked out yourself last spring. All the successes early, the tribulations kind of the last fall. He was an absolute monster sprinting. And then talk a little bit about what you thought about last time before we thought about today.
Well, we were a little disappointed in his last effort, and the way he'd been training, I was quite sure he'd bounce back quite well. The fractions may have helped a little bit today, and he got a nice trip and kind of resembled maybe sprinting and helped him carry on a little bit further.
Yeah, it really certainly worked out to suit him well. He got a nice little drafting trip. He made the move around the turn and just held on, and he was comfortable. Nobody was really coming to him. So talk a little bit about obviously the Gold Cup would be the next plan. Another 16th further, another couple of weeks, but shouldn't be anything too much else other than what you beat tonight.
No, I mean, we came into tonight just hoping that he'd run a good race, and he ran way beyond expectations. So we'll just see what tomorrow brings, and hopefully the Gold Cup will be the next step.
Congratulations, John, with Media Melee, Steve Gaskin, John Gannis, Adolfo Morales with a beautifully timed ride to get the win with Media Melee. Congratulations. Back up to you, Kurt.